Introduction to addition or subtraction of fractions with different denominators. In your ALEKS math course, if you hadn't previously mastered this topic, you would find it here in the light green slice, Arithmetic Readiness, by mousing over the slice and revealing the drop-down list of topics you need to cover. But since I've already mastered this topic, it's not here when I mouse over the green slice. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to find it here in Review by clicking on Review and clicking on the first one, Introduction to Addition or Subtraction of Fractions with Different Denominators. Here's an example problem. Add 1/2 plus 2/5. Let's click Explain. Here's an example problem. Add 1/2 plus 2/5. To add fractions, we must make their denominators the same. The denominators 2 and 5 have a common multiple of 10. So we rewrite both fractions with a denominator of 10. So for 1/2, we have to multiply 2 times 5 to get to 10. And for 2/5, we have to multiply 5 times 2 to get to 10. And so 1/2 is the same as 5/10, and 2/5 is the same as 4/10. So now we can add 5/10 plus 4/10 is 9/10. So the answer is 9/10. Another way to look at this is to show it with pictures. 1/2 plus 2/5 or 5/10 plus 4/10 is 9/10. Let's try another one. Subtract 3/4 minus 1/8. Here are my notes. 3/4 minus 1/8. First, I need to find the least common denominator, which is 8. And so 4 times what is 8? Well, 4 times 2 is 8. So what I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 4 times 2 is 8, and 3 times 2 is 6. So 3/4 is the same as 6/8. And so for 1/8, that's not really going to change. And so I just showed multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. And so 6/8 minus 1/8, so after I rewrote my fractions with the least common denominator, then I can subtract, and 6/8 minus 1/8 is 5/8. In my ALEKS screen, type in the answer that I got in my notes, 5/8, and click Next. And it says that I got the correct answer. Let's try another one. 2/5 plus 1/3. Here are my notes. 2/5 plus 1/3. First, I need to find the least common denominator for 2/5 and 1/3, which for 5 and 3 is 15. And so 5 times what is 15? Well, 5 times 3 is 15. And what I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. And so 5 times 3 is 15, and 2 times 3 is 6. And 3 times what is 15? Well, 3 times 5 is 15. And again, what I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. And so 3 times 5 is 15, and 1 times 5 is 5. And now I can add, since I've rewrote my fractions, to 6/15 and 5/15. And 6 plus 5 is 11. And so my answer is 11/15. In my ALEKS screen, type the answer that I got in my notes, 11/15, and click Next. And it says that I got the correct answer. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like and subscribe.